Ah! Plot! Help!
If you've stolen Devon goods before, let me know.
Wait, please! Nah.
Alright. Rocky haul it all. What the fuck?
Slick and easy.
Oh, I got the goods.
I'm so glad I got Sacred Ash.
Yo, you can sell that for money.
You know what else I can sell for money?
Your children.
Legally, no.
Morally, yes.
I would morally sell children. I would sell 1,000 children before I let this company die.
We really are supervillains.
What would be your supervillain name?
Oh god, I think it would be just a normal name, but it's not my name.
Kenneth.
Kenneth?
Reggie Ice. If this thing still just decides to like blow up and kill me later,
Ugh.
that'd be really funny.
It would make me just laugh. It certainly has explosion. Nice. It didn't kill you.
Dr. Mike!
Oh yeah, your name's Michael.
That's me.
Because he's Michael and I'm
My
Indy.
fake name that we made up for streaming.
Yeah, we just made these. Yeah, these are our supervillain names.
I'm Mr. Briny. Yeah, your Bone Club. Ah, of course.
So that's what the average gamer sounds like.
What do they sound like? One more time.
Good.
Go.
They sound like fucking banjo noises.
I can snap Pokemon out of confusion with my yellow flute. It sounds like an
That's
innuendo of
fucked
some
up.
kind.
Yeah.
You did! You got them back! You're a really great trainer! Aha! What this guy sounds like with his swoopy looking hair.
Oh, yo, Michael. I want to show you something cool.
Shut up.
Do you know you can do this?
Shut up, yes. You cut exactly one fucking piece of grass. You've done nothing.
I've helped with lawn care.
Chansey staring at another Chansey's rather intimidating.
It's, I don't know, it's like something should happen here, right? Like there's some sort of energy. Let's smile. That
A damn smile. I think we need to see other people. Devin's good guy. He's like, this man just said, just so you know, I'm a good president. Okay, to your own horn, buddy.
I don't use slave labor in foreign nations.
I use them at home.
That callous slave labor.
Clave labor.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm always right. That's why they called me Michael,
And I'm on the
Michael
left,
Wright in high
and
school.
together then there were two.
That was, you're right. Maybe I should take over the intros. Maybe it's my time to shine. If that's the bar we're setting.
Maybe it's my time to beat this encounter. I study at school and I study on the way home too. Girl, you're missing out on life.
The girl's a knowledge dare or whatever the fucking
Cool trainer,
wifey tropes
Sonia.
are.
Oh, she's cool though.
Weightlifter Lawrence
What a forest under for us.
telling
though.
me this kid's got weights in his bag.
Dude, he's ready.
I saw the worst video today of somebody on Instagram that was like, "Ah, I've perfected my workout routine. I strapped the bench that you bench press onto my chest, and then I put a metal pole on the end of rope, and I'm using it as a jump rope."
That's powerful.
It was horrendous. I did see it happen. I don't know why I saw it happen, but kids, you ain't shit. Lift more. You slacked off in school. Yeah, go back to weightlifting, idiot. Talk to your PE teacher and do better next time.
Stay in school, don't do drugs. You know, get a job. Lift
Maybe
some
do
fucking
drugs.
weights.
You're not
Yeah.
lifting very much yet.
Yeah.
You could always use a boost. Kids don't do drugs.
Kids, if
That's
you're
the
watching
rule.
this, do drugs. They're good for your muscles.
Weightlifter Marcellus. Sell us. I hardly know us. Zapdos! I'm a water bug. Watch the snow whirlwind.
You have to brag. I'm a water bug too.
I was talking to a buddy on a drive the other day because I went to go see Steely Dan and Snarky Puppy in concert this last
Oh, that's
weekend.
cool.
It was a good concert. I had a good time. Got to hang out with some friends, meet some of his friends that live up in Chicagoland.
Hmm.
You know, had to drive back immediately afterwards, kind of. But that's a different story. On the way back, I was very tired and also sleep deprived from a number of reasons.
Sure.
Because I spent more time driving in 2 days than I did sleeping in those 2 days. The trip's normally only like a 3-hour trip there and back, and I spent like 11 hours driving due to extraneous circumstances. Anyway, so on the way back, I was trying to not pass out, so I just started calling people.
What'd you call them?
On my cell phone.
Oh.
You know, call me on this, and somebody asked me a question,
Sure.
and it was, "What is the craziest thing you've ever seen?"
Ooh.
And it's like, how do you answer that question
What did you say?
at all? Well, it depends on what kind of crazy that we're talking about, right? Like what's the craziest thing you've done? I think was the actual question, but it's like, what is the craziest thing that you've done? Well, I'm like, there's different kinds of crazy. Like there's like, wow, man, that was crazy, and then there was like God, that's crazy.
And then there's an insane person.
Yeah, that's also me. So I told a plethora of different stories, including
Fuck am I going?
including a couple notable chabungus.
I have been going the wrong way because I was enamored by your story.
I'll tell it now. So long story short, I've got a couple older sisters. One of these older sisters, you know, having my best interest at heart, also being stuck with me. She's like, old. You should tell her I said that, by the way. Christine, if you're listening, you're old.
All right.
And she was kind of responsible for having to like drag me places, you know,
Sure.
because I'm a little kiddo, and oh, Miracle Seed, let's go. But she had to drag me places all the time. Anywhere that she went, she'd have to be kind of responsible for me, whatever. And one of the best ways to get me to not be really annoying was to find something fun for me to do and then distract me with that, and then she gets to have fun with her life. So she said, "Oh, hey, one of my friends has a pool at their house. Let's go swim at their pool." And by swim, I mean they were going to sit out, suntan, and then talk, and then I was going to swim and scream and be, you know, annoying like children do. And it was a good time. Had a nice time at the pool. It was fun. A good way to spend a summer day. You know, a nice hot blaring day. Except when it stopped getting hot. In fact, it cooled down an incredible amount, very quickly. Now, when the weather changes to drop temperature really quickly all at once, that usually means rain. And oftentimes, if it's really fast, it also means storm. And that's what it did while I was at this pool. It started pouring rain. And you know, every once in a while when you drive, like you get to the point where you
Right.
can't really see that far ahead of you. But a lot of that's also because you're driving through this like rain. It just gets to be so dense and it's hard and everything else, right?
Right.
But I was walking and I also could not see due to the rain. It was very densely raining, and I was very glad to be inside. But my sister had other plans.
Oh God.
Her plan was, "Oh crap, I forgot my phone in my car. Hey Michael, you were just wet in the pool. You should run out to my car and go get my phone for me, because I'm gonna be sitting inside for an unknown amount of time, and apparently I can't just have conversation like a normal adult individual." I guess she wasn't really an adult yet, but whatever. I need my
course.
phone. It wasn't even a smartphone. Like she's texting on like a Nokia.
Oh God.
Whatever. You know, those days. So we're there. I'm running outside. And again, I can't really see anything. It's like kind of slick. Like I'm probably not going to fall into the ground and like eat it. but there's a good chance that I like, you know, don't make it back from this trip. I get it back there. I go out. I go outside. I grab the phone. I run back inside, and on the way back, still really densely raining. There's been a little bit of thunder going on, and where there's thunder, Thor's probably there. And have you ever seen like a lamppost, like the ones in people's yards next to the driveway? So you
Sure.
can kind of. They had one of those at the house. I was running back in this really dense rain. I'm just sprinting,
Sure.
ready to get back. When all of a sudden it's bang, like really freaking loud, like unfathomably loud. All of a sudden, just out of nowhere, lightning hits this post. I'm like
God.
5 feet away from this lamppost when it gets hit by just a big ass hit of lightning. It was so loud. It was so bright. Like I got flashbanged. I had like goosebumps. Like, have you ever electrocuted yourself? Like an inconsequential amount?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not that silly.
I like it was just like my muscles were like tingly.
Oh,
Like
oh my God.
it's kind of like having your foot fall asleep, but your entire body simultaneously, and less like I can't feel it, but more of the static feeling that you get.
Right.
I can't say it
God.
was like the worst feeling, but I certainly did not have a good time. And so I get back inside. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that was awful. And she's like, yeah, it was raining a lot. That was a really loud, thunder strike. Can you give me my phone? It's like, excuse me,
You
I
almost
could have
died.
died for your phone.
Yeah. Chat wants to know. Did you smell the ozone in the
It has
air?
been. I was a small boy. I was too busy trying to not worry about getting hit by lightning, and I spelled more rain than anything else.
Ah, fair enough.
Um, is there
Damn.
something in here? But yeah. So I tried to not die that day, and it was exciting.
Huh.
On the bright side, I have an old rod.
I have a crazy story or crazy sight of my own, I suppose. It's pretty short. I was at my cousin's house with my family. We were spending the night. And out of nowhere, we hear a very, very, very loud, like bang, like a lightning strike. Actually, that's what we thought it was at first, like a really close one, like on the building. And we're like, oh
You
God,
gotta wait.
what? We didn't think it was raining. We went outside. There was a crashed like biplane like in the street, and like parts of it hit my cousin's house. And yeah, I saw a decapitated head.
But
Yeah, the pilot just died on impact. Yep,
what?
yep. Plane crashed into my cousin's house. Yep. That's all I got.
Hey guys, welcome back. Jeremy, thank you for cutting all that out. Especially the numlock part.
I'm paralyzed. Oh wait.
I crit it.
Oh, I just peeked the mic right there. Sorry, Jeremy.
Okay, different kind of crazy, right?
Sure,
So, this is when I was still working landscaping with my old boss.
sure.
We weren't in the parking lot, but we were across the road from a Walgreens, right?
Right.
This is the same Walgreens where I almost ran over a kid.
Nice.
So apparently this is just the most dangerous Walgreens parking lot. I have Cascoon, by the way.
I'm going for a cut.
And so I look over. Now, there's two cars involved in an altercation, for the lack of a better term, right?
Sure.
There's like an old Buick LeSabre car, like the old sedans, the really boxy ones from the 80s, right?
Yep.
And then there's like a mid 2000s town and country. So a family van. Now, these two cars apparently bumped into each other at some point in time. And it wasn't necessarily just a bump. And the crazy part of the story is not the fact that people got into an accident in the parking lot. It's the result of said accident, because I have a picture of this somewhere on my phone. I will have to scroll for a very long time to find it again. But I have a picture where apparently again, I don't fully know how this happened, but it looked like maybe the LeSabre was driving forward and the van was backing up at the same time, you know. But
Sure.
somehow the back half of the van is parked on the hood of the Buick
What?
LeSabre. Somehow, this van managed to ramp its back half up almost onto the windshield of the other car
What?
without any other apparent damage to the
Oh fuck.
vehicles.
What?
um, for I don't fully understand how it happened, but there's I have a picture of a van parked on top of a sedan.
It's piss G. Not pissy.
It's- So yeah, just a really cursed image. I can't fathom in my like, cause you had to go really quickly. And at that point in time, wouldn't you have noticed that you're like, oh, I'm driving onto another car? Like if you're the van, you're like, oh gosh, this is an otherwise flat parking lot. What's going on here? Oh, I'm parked on a LeSabre, you know? And the second part, why would you not get your van off the fucking LeSabre? Like nobody was there moving it. There were like tow trucks and shit. Like, what do you're on top of another vehicle. What do you mean you have to have somebody tow you off of it? Just drive. You're gonna hit the ground anyway. Why would you leave your car on top of something else? Like, okay, yeah, for insurance purposes, sure. But then again, do you want to look that fucking stupid for an insurance company that you managed to back your fucking van on top of a sedan? Like, so many things had to go wrong to get to this situation. And I'm just trying to eat lunch. I walk out and I see this and I go, oh, something looks really strange over there. I wonder what's going on. Better not be anything really fucking stupid. Take one look and there's a fucking van on top of a sedan. How? It's a flat parking lot. It's not even big enough to go fast. Like one of them's like was backing out of a parking spot. You cannot physically back out of a parking spot fast enough to get on top of another car. Did it rain cars? Like I don't get it.
Oh wait, I just realized. Did you catch your Pokemon in the town?
Yes.
Oh, I caught mine on the route. Okay, hold on. We gotta. That's fine. That's fine. That's
Okay,
fine.
well I'll catch one on the route and you catch one
Okay.
in the
Yeah.
town.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any
this-
other.
Did this happen to you? This
Oh, by
sounds
the
like
way,
this
did you
happened to
find
you.
this item?
By the way, this story.
Oh, did somebody backed onto my car?
Yeah.
No, but I've had more cars of mine get hit without me in them than with me in it. Like I've had cars that I've owned get hit by vehicles like 6 times.
Wow.
And I've only been in 2 accidents. Albeit technically both of them I totaled the vehicle. one of them was actually dangerous. Oh, it's a fucking Clefairy.
What's wrong with Clefairy?
Clefairy!
Oh, Clefairies.
Everything. I hate them. But, okay, which story do you want first? Do you want the violent crash or the not violent crash?
I love violence.
Cool. Do you think I can bubble this?
Ooh.
Why would you not just register the rod?
Do I look like the type of guy to register a rod?
Me when I'm not aware of Rod. Where he is.
Oh yeah, true. You need to get a moonstone for this. Oh. I had cargo.
I think Impossible Evo's rod. Hey, fire spin.
True.
I'm still gonna bubble it.
Soft boiled.
Oh yeah,
you're
we're
good.
fine.
You're good. You're good.
Okay. So, violence. Basically, in high school, we've mentioned this before. I wasn't very good at doing work, but I was a lot better at doing work. Whenever other people benefited from the work.
Right.
So, as an example, you know, group projects, I would absolutely like get the work done for other people in group projects, especially if it was a friend of mine that did care about their grades. You know, I don't want to just dump work onto them and have their life suck, right?
Of course. Of course.
Now, some of the other members of my group didn't think that for somebody who very much did in our group. and they decided to not do any of their like quarter-long project work, and so I had to panic and do an incredible amount of work. Now, we're we're Bears fans here, the football
Yeah,
team,
bear down. Sorry.
and we had an opportunity to go and see the Bears play, and I had to turn this down in order to get all this work done, um, as well as a couple other things. And it was really unfortunate because my dad got to go see the Bears play at Soldier Field in Chicago, and I got to stay home and do English homework for a group.
Fun.
Pleasant, yeah. Now my time management skills aren't really the best. I have two really productive times. One's like in the morning, like 8:30 to 11, and 11 stretching it. My other one starting at like 10:30 at night until I decide to go to bed.
Fair.
So I was a little sleep deprived. I was out in the morning, out and about. I was on my way back from picking up some things that I needed, and I had taken some food to my grandma's house on the way back. You know, because she was stuck at home, and you know, she likes getting food on the weekend. So I just took some food over here, dropped it off, and said, "Hey, I'm going home. I'm tired." And
Sure.
it was gray. It was like gray skies, cloudy, not super visible, and there was a gray car in front of me that was stopped to turn left, and I didn't see it on the gray sky while I was going 55 miles an hour. And so I managed to plow my vehicle into their vehicle, um,
Man.
which was considerably larger than my very tiny car, which is how, you know, some of the engine ended up in my passenger seat. You know, uh,
Oh.
it was not pleasant. I looked at my hoodie afterwards, and I'd actually burnt a line into my hoodie from it making impact with my seatbelt.
Oh my god.
So wear your seatbelt, kids. Like there's just straight up like a diagonal line and a horizontal line in my hoodie, from impact. And then I got out of the car and went to go check on the other person, and they were like, "Oh my god, I thought you were dead." I was like, "But are you okay?" They said, "Do you need to go to the hospital?" And I was like, "No, but I did tear my favorite pair of pants, and I'm a little peeved." um,
Oh, I'm so bit
so
peeved. Almost died.
yeah, the police show up and they're like, "Oh, you're alive," and I went, "Yes, this seems to be a recurring theme. I am in fact alive, and people in fact do keep asking me." And they're like, "We're gonna call an ambulance just to be sure that you're alive." I'm like, "Well, I am talking to you, sir, and you're probably not hallucinating. Though the accident wasn't your
Oh.
fault. You can let go." And uh, the ambulance people show up and they're like, "Oh my god, you're alive!" And I was like, "Yes, we've been over this.
Still.
I am alive." They're like, "Well, we're gonna take you in anyway. Here's a neck brace just in case you have a concussion." Like, I've played contact sports. I don't have a concussion. This isn't it. Blah blah blah. But I'll go. I might as well
Sure.
make sure that I didn't, you know, like puncture my lungs with a rib, you know, or something.
Yeah, might as well.
Might as well make sure I don't die. They go there and they're like, "Yeah, no, you're perfectly fine." Apparently, it was at about that time that one of my neighbors in my neighborhood, and he's a car guy, he knows a lot about cars. They're
Sure.
driving past. They're having a conversation. They said, "Wow, that looks like a really bad accident. I bet you whoever was driving that car is dead now."
Were you?
And then I said, "Well, I'm not dead. You know, I'm still alive." Uh, and then I called my parents from the hospital, and I said, "Hey, now, don't worry. I'm not dead.
But
In fact, I don't even look injured in any way, shape, or form. But I no longer have a functioning car at the moment. You don't need to come home from vacation early. I'm, I'm gonna call the neighbors, see if they can pick me up. It'll be fine. And then I'll go back. You guys are already planning on coming back late tomorrow. I have school in the morning. We're just gonna be okay." Um, my mom said, "So you're not dead?" I said, "Nope, I am not dead." She said, "Okay," and they proceeded to not come back early. So
awesome.
hey, at least they listened. But my neighbor, I called the neighbor. She was driving to pick me up, and then she finally got there, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, I saw the car on the way here. I saw it. Oh my gosh, it looked so bad. Are you okay? It looked like you could have died."
Did you?
Like, "Well, I'm not dead."
Chat, what are we naming this? Man, you got things happen to us.
No, okay, so then Oh yeah, okay. It wasn't pre-calculus. It was okay. Not dead. Thank you, Chad. Yeah. So I got the ride home, and then my neighbors said, "Hey, I'm gonna like stay here and make sure that you don't die in your sleep." You know, I was like, "I'm chilling. I just need to get my stuff done." It's like, "That's fine. I just want to like watch you and make sure that you're okay." I said, you could not at the same time. Um, and they proceeded to stay anyway. And then I went to school the next day, and it was a very interesting exchange with some of my teachers. Because I said, "Hey guys, what's up?" Like, "Oh, um, not much." Like, "I almost died yesterday." They were like, "Wait,
Oh.
you almost died?" I was like, "Well, but I'm not dead." Um, and then I got to keep the neck brace, which is not come in useful as many times as I thought that it was going to. Which do you prefer, fishing in the sea or the stream? The stream every Thursday at 8:30. Am I right, fellas?
Oh.
Yeah, but that's not the only time I've totaled a vehicle, which is cool.
Go on.
So the other one, again, when I was teaching, I was running a little late for class,
Sure.
and it wasn't like horribly late, but I was feeling really late because the weather, it had just like snowed, and then it had half melted and then refrozen, so everything was going to be like really slick, and then it was like snowing again. So it was just a bunch of different, this is not going to be fun and nobody's going to like this is all at the same time. And so I'm driving, and I'm in my neighborhood. And so one of the things that I always do is I always like to, test how slick it is. I just do a little brake check and then, figure out, just kind of let the car roll and see what it does, right?
Right.
Good. Now, I live on a street that's maybe on like a 5-degree incline.
Sure.
It's not very steep. And there's like, probably like a, point, like a fifth of a mile before I get to the end of the road. Now at the end of the road, there's a big turn, like a big curve. Past the big curve, there's a ditch, and past that ditch, there's a really big hill that goes down to a creek. So I'm driving. I say, okay, let's check the brakes. I tap on the brakes, 0.2 miles away. That's another crit. 0.2 miles away from the edge of the road, and I start sliding. It's like, okay, I knew it was gonna be slick, but that's fine. Eventually, I will get control of my car again. Eventually, I will get. I'm gonna get. Okay, well, let's just steer a little bit. Oh, my turning my wheels is doing nothing, and I am going in a straight line. I'm so glad to be here right now. I'm so glad. I'm already running a little late. Okay, whatever. If I get stuck in a ditch, this is gonna suck. So I'm sliding down the road. I go slightly into somebody's driveway right before the end.
Right.
I go over their concrete culvert at the end of their driveway, and then my car bounces on a storm drain. And that punctured the bottom of my car and totaled it.
Man.
So I was going less than 15 miles an hour with my house still in sight, and I managed to total my vehicle.
Man.
And honestly, still mad. I still have that car.
Uh-oh.
I mean, it drives.
Sorry, go on.
Oh. No, I thought it was like, uh-oh, to be still having the car. Like, it could kill me at any moment. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, stinky.
Stinky.
Wait, it has rock throw. now.
Okay, yeah, so we're probably chilling.
Yeah. Of course. Nothing will go wrong, by the way.
A critical hit.
See, we're fine. Yeah, it's rock throw. What do you expect?
Looking ass gets totaled. Okay, we're good.
Who's totaling him?
Reggie Rock was eaten.
Me when I chew rocks. There's another encounter up here in the cave. This cave goes hard.
Oh yeah, okay, true. Let me gas myself up real quick. Well, at least
So what's the craziest thing that's ever happened to you?
the craziest thing that's ever happened to me, part 2.
Yeah.
You know, I got a car story. I don't think I told this on stream.
Horrors.
A car story. You know, snowy, icy even. You know, and I was driving up a hill. I go.
Did you get both hidden items, by the way?
I only got the one. Where's the other one?
Up, around.
Okay, sure. Okay. Yeah. So I'm just driving, you know, and it's icy and snowy down in the good old Midwest. So the roads aren't plowed, and I'm in the middle of nowhere. And I'm like, oh man, I got to get to this improv organization. You know, it's very, very critical. Oh, son of a gun. And,
Barboach.
and you know, I'm just going up. It's a hill. It's a blind hill, but you know.
Continue.
I'm going up this blind hill, and I see my GPS. Oh, the exit's coming up. I'm like, okay, sounds good. I crest the hill. I see. Oh, there's a stoplight. Oh, it's red. Oh, my exit's on the left hand lane. Like, you know, and I'm on the right hand. I gotta get over. So I move to get over, and lose traction. I'm like, oh, okay. I should stop before the stoplight. The stoplight's downhill. I didn't stop. There are oncoming cars in the other way. I'm like, uh-oh. Okay. Do I just safely like kind of coast and miss the exit through this red light? And then I go, you know, I'm dumb, so I go, nah. And I turn, and the and I guess me turning, eventually, you know, the front wheel's caught. So I turn and I start skidding out. I start Tokyo drifting into the other lane on the highway. Like going into my exit. I don't stop drifting and my car keeps rotating. And I'm turning left. So I was facing backwards and then back forwards, popping a 360. I slammed into a snowbank that was just there. And I'm like, whoop, that was sick. You know, that was sick as fuck. I step on the gas gingerly and pull into the exit and continue on. My car was fucking undamaged somehow. I like slammed into the snowbank at 30 miles per hour. Yeah,
Did
car
you
not
make
totaled.
improv?
I did. And then getting back there, I drove some people back, and they had to push my car up a hill. And I slammed into a different snowbank, and my car was also fine. Yeah, I was driving people back as like a nice like thing, and then I was just drifting all over the place.
This is why we don't cancel improv practices.
That's why I don't cancel practices. Yeah, I was like, you know, we're not canceling. The school's closed due to the icy conditions and snow. Nah.
I just walked the campus. Oh gosh, okay. I don't know if I actually told this story on stream. There's one time.
We might have to save that for next time. But first, before next time, what did we name this Barboach, chat? If you want to name a Pokemon in one of our videos, show up to the stream.
I almost said tweet us.
Yeah, and also tweet us. Barlord. I was called the Barlord yesterday.
How so?
I
What does that
tried.
entail?
So I tried to. You know, I was like, why isn't there a verb for going out to the bar? I'm like, okay, barring. And then I don't really drink. So I'm like, okay, guys, I want to go barring at some point. And everyone was like, what the fuck are you talking about, Indy? I'm like, I'm the bar lord. So I guess I called myself that.
Yeah. Jeremy, I hope you cut all this out and just cut to the part where we have our teams on screen. But you should do it in the middle of me talking at some point in time and just make sure that my words get cut through about halfway, you know, so that it's really awkward whenever I just stop. That one's for you, Jeremy.
Look at this. You know what? We got a team. I'm feeling a lot better about this run, which is probably a bad thing.
Oh, yeah. If you want... I hope Jeremy cuts it right there.
Just... Oh, yeah, if you... And then the end music.
Yeah, I've got a buddy who ends phone calls like that. He says, one more thing.